Hey friend. So I've totally seen the videos. I've received the DMs and the people saying, have you seen this? Have you seen this? The girl who admitted on TikTok that she was jealous of her friend. And so much is being said about this. And I wasn't going to say anything because it's pretty obvious that, if you have a jealous friend and someone who's admitting it, then of course, beware. But one of the things that I really wanted to talk about when it comes to jealousy is that it's not always loud. It's not always admission. It's not always something you can see. And sometimes it's something that you cannot prepare for. And let me tell you this, not only can you not prepare for it, but sometimes people don't know that they even have it in them to be jealous until they're placed in environments that challenge their insecurities, that challenge their whole repertoire, their whole resume, and everything they've lived for. When you meet certain people or you walk into certain rooms, you want to be connected to these people, but the more and more you stay connected, it will mirror the things you need to work on. And you'll start to be like, well, why I ain't got this? Or why am I not married yet? Or why don't I have any kids? Or why don't I have any? Like, you start literally chiseling your whole entire life to figure out what's going wrong. And you didn't even expect to be in that position. And one of the things I used to always say in my friendships and always pray for is to not have jealousy in my heart or to not be exposed to that spirit. But a lot of times, if you are not rooted in your individuality, if you are not confident and completely comfortable and accepting of where you are in your life right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now, you could find yourself falling into the traps of being jealous of a friend. And it will be so covert, it'll be so silent that it'll creep up on you that you will manifest in some type of way through your character, and it jeopardizes the friendship. And I've realized that, especially for someone like me who's super friendly, who meets people all the time, and I give my best in my friendships, I realized that a lot of people really don't know what they're getting themselves into when they say, well, I want these type of friends. I want the successful friend. I want the friend who has it, or I want the friend who's level-headed, or I want the friend who has discipline, or I want the friend who blase squaze. You fill in the blank, right? A lot of the times people aren't prepared for that. They don't even know. It's not that they come in being jealous or they wanted to be jealous, but it just kind of develops, and it happens because it starts to expose those dark areas or holes in their lives that they have to question. And so here they are dealing with jealousy and not even knowing it covertly. And then one day they wake up and they're like, oh, maybe I am jealous. If they have some level of accountability and they actually say that. I know people who will come out and be like, I envy you, I'm jealous of you. And they say it so lightly because they can identify with it. But then you have some people who know that they're jealous, or they figure it out and they don't say nothing. And they continue to battle in darkness with this until they have no choice but to manifest, and you have no choice but to make a decision regarding the friendship. But a lot of times, I'm telling you, jealousy can look like support. I know it. I know it's hard to accept this, but take it from me, from someone who has had people who would bestie bomb or come in and love bomb me as a friend. And this could go on for years. And then it turns into something that I couldn't have even imagined because of that. And then they come in and I've even had an ex-best friend tell me, at first, I didn't know what it was that, they saw in you or people liked about you. And I was just like, why her? But now that I got to know you, it's like, okay, you're really a cool person. So I get it now. And it took me having to be this person's friend for them to say that. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I now know that originally you questioned everything about me, and you befriended me knowing you had questions, knowingly, and became my best friend and was super supportive and was... Listen, I appreciate those ones that say, you know what, I'm jealous, I envy you, and all of that, because you really can't prepare for jealousy in any type of way unless you see it in character or unless they tell you.